I want to thank everybody that came out, my wife down there, my publicist Julie, my coach, my co-promoter Antonio Leonard, who's not here, Dan Goosen, and my manager James Prince. It's been a long time coming. You know, everybody has certain things in their story that make them who they are. And this is something that I've had to overcome that has, it's just part of my story. It's driven me. If you look at my body today, I'm not fat. I'm not 20 pounds over my fight weight. Like, I've been driven from being out of the ring. Verge doesn't have to call me and tell me to get up and run and do this. Like, I wasn't just laying on my back rehabbing a shoulder. I was working, I'm conditioning, I'm doing my strength and conditioning stuff. And then where it most counts, in the boxing gym, I'm working my craft with this guy because we don't live, you know, a couple states away. He's right there, so I can call him at any time and say, let's work. And that's what we've been doing. And you know, I know Edwin and his team, you know, I do my homework in the game. I don't broadcast it all the time, but I keep my ear to what's being said. I keep my ear to what's going on, and I know his team thinks they're catching me slipping. They think they're catching me off of a year layoff. They think it's the right time to get me coming off the injury, and that's good. It brings some more intrigue to the fight, and we're gonna see who's right November 16th. And you know, I saw Edwin in Las Vegas a couple weeks ago, and you know, looks like he's been enjoying his time off, and he just got to camp. But we've been working. We've been working. I don't have to get off 20, 25 pounds, you know, and if they think that I'm taking them lightly, that's the furthest thing from the truth. I've done my homework on Edwin for the past 2 or 3 years. I know about the sparring sessions with Cornelius White, the Beast. I know about the weight issues in camp and wearing the plastic. I know about all that stuff because if I see a guy that's remotely in my weight class, a guy that I could potentially fight, I got my ear to what's going on. I know about those things. So it's not like it's a young guy on the rise and all of a sudden, you know, he's gonna catch me by surprise. I've had my eye on Edwin for many, many years. And he's got some momentum coming off of his one-round knockout, but with all due respect to that guy, I'm not that guy. Like, I'm not gonna stand there and take 14, 15, 16 unanswered punches and just let him, like, it's another level. And I think everyone's gonna see that November 16th. I respect him. His story is amazing. I followed his story for many, many years, but one thing Lou has to understand is too is I have a lot of motivation. Got 4 kids at home, and I got a wife that I've been married to for 10 years. And in this sport, it's the only sport where a loss will change your pay scale. It's the only sport where you can't afford to have a bad night. So with that in mind, I got a lot of motivation, and I've had a lot of motivation. And on one hand, this is just another fight because I take every fight the same way. I prepare the same way. I'm getting questions asked about Chavez Jr. and a potential fight down the road. When this fight got signed, probably before this fight got signed, I locked in. He locked in. Hey man, I'm already started talking game plan. Like, we live close together. We're constantly talking about this sport, and we're constantly talking about what we need to do to get better. I don't have to fly to him. He's right there. So when this fight started getting talked about, we locked in. And everything I've been doing with this time off, my conditioning, and all the frustration, even the business end, all that stuff fuels you. That's what fueled Bernard Hopkins. That's why he beat Tito Trinidad. That's why Roy Jones beat James Toney, because there's other intangibles that happen in the sport of boxing that people don't see. It's not just skill. It's not just punching power. It's not just, you know, I got the latest science. It's things that happen in the sport that a lot of times the media doesn't see that fuels a fighter. And I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm that fighter where I take those things. Even some of the things that he said in the media leading up to this fight, it's not personal, but I take that. It's fuel, and that drives me to get me up and to make me work late. And I think everybody's gonna see that November 16th when we come head to head. I have no problem with him being a slugger, being, you know, I love it. I love it. I'm excited for it. I'm happy to be back. Thank HBO for getting this done, and don't miss this fight November 16th.
Thank you.
So.